Hi, I'm Rosie, and today I'm going to talk to you about the fraud triangle. So, according to a study done by PwC in 2022, 64% of UK businesses say they've experienced fraud or economic crime, which is absolutely staggering. But there are reasons why fraud occurs in businesses, and because of that, there are things that every single business owner can do to avoid them becoming a victim of fraud. So, the fraud triangle is a theory basically of why fraud occurs, and each side of the triangle is a different factor, and all three factors need to be present for fraud to occur, which is really useful because it means that if you eliminate one of the sides of the triangle, you can severely reduce or even eliminate the chance of the fraud occurring. So the first thing, and these are in no particular order, and there's no particular one that's more important than any of the others. They're all equally weighted in terms of importance. So the first one is having the opportunity to commit fraud. If you take away somebody's opportunity to commit fraud, chances are they're not going to commit fraud. So quite often this factor will be applicable with people who are maybe senior within an organisation, who have a lot of responsibility, key holders, people with access to bank accounts. These are the sort of responsibilities that may become with an increased opportunity to commit fraud. However, just having the opportunity doesn't mean that somebody, an employee, is going to commit fraud against the organisation, because there are two other sides of the triangle. Now, the second one is pressure. So if you have an employee who has really, really high personal debt, as an example, this could be pressure. This could fulfill the pressure side of the fraud triangle. Another example of it could be pressure from management, pressure from the directors to reach targets that are maybe difficult to reach, or possibly in some cases even unobtainable or almost unobtainable. So that sort of pressure can lead employees to commit fraud. So that's the second side of the triangle. So we have opportunity and some sort of pressure, which can either come from inside the organisation, or it can be to do with an employee's personal life or other factors as well. The third side of the fraud triangle is rationalisation. Can the person who is committing the fraud rationalise their actions? Now, there are many, many, many people out there working in businesses who have the opportunity to commit fraud, who maybe even have some type of pressure on them. Perhaps they feel like they're underpaid for what they do. But it would be very unfair to say that all of these people commit fraud, because they most certainly don't. And that could be because of their morals. So this is really important. Rationalisation. So for somebody to commit fraud, they must be able to justify it to themselves. I'm only borrowing something. I'm planning on giving it back. Okay? My manager doesn't treat me fairly. Why should I treat them fairly? They don't care about me. Why should I care about the organisation? Or it could even be something like, the company's making loads of money. The directors and the shareholders are getting loads and loads of profit for the work that I'm doing. That's not fair. I should be able to take some of that. So these are all ways that people might rationalize committing fraud. So to enable an organization to be able to address fraud, and employee fraud in particular, you need to understand this concept of the fraud triangle, and then you can start to work out ways to eliminate one or two or even all of the elements of that fraud triangle. And once you've done that, you're on to a winner, because if you take away one of the sides, okay, your chances of becoming a victim of fraud are a lot lower. I hope that made sense, and I hope that was useful. My name's Rosie. I'm an AAT licensed accountant, and I'm also studying forensic accountancy currently. So I have a lot of knowledge. I'm getting a lot of knowledge about fraud and about fraud prevention, and about how businesses can risk assess and prevent fraud happening to them. This is services that I can offer on a one-to-one basis. So if you would like to know more about the steps you can put in place to deal with the risk of fraud, then please get in touch and we can arrange something. Right, that's it. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.